You're listening to ABA One-on-One Podcast.
The best way to keep up with everything happening around here at ABA One-on-One is to join our monthly newsletter. Just for joining, we give you $230 worth of free gifts from our sponsors once you confirm your email address. You can unsubscribe at any time, but why would you? Just go to our website, www.aba1on1.club, scroll to the bottom of the page, and subscribe. Hey guys, it's time for a new episode of ABA One-on-One. On this week's episode, more from our resident coach, Rick. We also have Boxing Hall of Famer, Alan Santana. And we're going to be announcing a new segment right here on ABA One-on-One. So here we go, guys. Get ready. Hey guys, welcome to another week of ABA One-on-One. Like we said, we got Rick back here with a couple of good stories and wants to talk about goal setting and setting realistic goals for player aspirations. And we, of course, going to have a great story from him as well. Once again, Brian could not make it. He's at the car dealership, and it looks like that hit and run totaled his car off. So, hey, he gets to get a new car. About time. All right, and we're going to introduce Rick real quick and say hello, Rick, man. How things been going over there, and looking forward to hearing what you're going to lay on us today.
Well, with all this coronavirus going on here in Daytona Beach, well, the whole country, we're in a little bit of a lockdown here in Florida, but it's pretty much, I'm looking on the news, it's pretty much nationwide. It ain't just Florida. Some states are a whole lot worse than Florida. I'm able to go out to the grocery store, and I'm able to go out and do some things, essential things, but I don't cruise around like I used to, go and see my friends and go into Starbucks and have coffee with them anymore. Don't do that anymore, but it's what it is.
Yeah, we're doing the same thing over here. We live in kind of like a cul-de-sac, so we got a small community here, and it's kind of funny when we go outside, everybody's standing like 10 feet away. We do kind of talk to each other, but there is no hitting the coffee shop anymore. I know that feeling.
I miss that a lot. That's my thing.
I get it. Well, man, yeah. What are you gonna lay on us this week? We want to talk some goal setting for players and helping them realize realistic goals for achieving their dream in basketball.
Yeah, I really think that kids, I'm going to get away from kids, young people, young aspiring players, they need to have some kind of roadmap, where they want to get to, how they want to get to it, all the details. And I believe in the more details, the better. I think it's the whole idea of setting goals and objectives is, it's so important. You have to make a plan.
Yeah.
Everybody's goals and objectives probably going to be different, but I think I've been doing a lot of reading on this. There's some techniques in setting specific goals and specific objectives. I can't help but thinking about the people at New Year's. You know how New Year's resolutions goes? And after about 2 weeks, the gyms are full. The workout facilities are packed the whole month of January. Then February it starts dropping off, and March it starts dropping off, and by the summer, ain't nobody coming anymore.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, those goals, that's kind of what I'm talking about. The resolutions, they don't necessarily be New Year's resolutions, but resolutions in general. The whole idea to it, and I've been really doing a lot of background on this, is sticking to it. You got to have consistency. You can't just do it when it feels like it. You can't just do it one day and take 3 or 4 days off, and you just can't do that and be successful. I believe that.
Yeah. Well, if you check out any of the greats, Kobe Bryant, people like this, they were they were in the gym when nobody else was in the gym. They're working on
Exactly.
those same moves over and over and over and over. And, that I totally 150% agree with that, and writing things down and, monitoring your success is
Oh,
huge.
no question. That was the next thing I was going to talk about. The goals and objectives, you got to be bold sometimes. Write them down. And, also share them with someone. I'm going to tell you, CJ, I want to make 100 free throws this week. Now I've committed myself.
Yeah.
As opposed to just mentally doing it or just writing it down. If I write it down, I'm going to show it to somebody. Oh, then because that puts a little pressure on me. Because I don't want them coming back next week. Oh, Rick, what happened to your this or what happened to that? Like I'm trying to learn how to juggle. And I've been looking at YouTube videos on how to juggle. And I'm getting a little, but I'm not working at it. I'm going to get you better though. I'm getting better. I can see some improvement over the last week or so. But that's just a little thing that I wanted to do in all this time I have off, learn how to juggle.
There you go.
But getting back to what we were talking about with basketball, making the plan and putting it in writing. I have something called a Franklin Covey planner, and every day is documented. I got this in like 1996. I was working for a guy who's one of the most organized guys. He used to be the assistant at the University of Arizona with Lute Olson. But this guy took organization to a different level. And he was fantastic. All the assistant coaches had to have Franklin planners. Now I use that Franklin, and I still use it to this day. I use it as much as a diary as much as I do a planner. Like every day, that's where I go to the gym, I go to the grocery store, I did whatever I'm doing, I write it down. Because then I put it into a big binder, and like I can go back to April. Today's the 15th, April the 15th, 1999. I'll tell you exactly what I was doing that day, where I was, and what I was doing. And I think that's important to be able to look back at that. I made 50 free throws today. I shot 100 shots. I made 48. I think whatever it is, keep track of it. I think that's crucial.
Oh yeah. We agree with that. That's one of the things our coach used to challenge us on as well. We always had to set that target and try to achieve that target, and then he even got a little crazy and put a prize out there for the first one to achieve it, so it really made us hustle, and it helped our skills on the court as well.
I'll tell you another thing I got. I want to say it was Ralph Miller at Oregon State. He's really the first one. One of his assistants were good friends of mine, and they told me this was kind of notorious. That at the beginning of practice, he'd say, "All right, the magic number is 15." So that means everything 15 layups in a row. Everything was 15. Whatever number he chose at the beginning, and he wrote it down on a dry erase board. Whatever number he put down, and they're doing full court passing drills. They get to 13, somebody screw up, you start over. You can make it 15. He said they were doing like 28. Whatever number it was, they had to master that number before they could go on to the next thing in practice.
Right. Yep. That man.
At first, it's chaos. And also, here's a good thing, CJ. They pressure each other. It puts internal pressure on each other. I did a free throw thing at the end of practice every day. Everybody had to shoot a 1-and-1. And we lined up on the lanes. Everybody stayed out of the lanes. He kept their hands up, just like we were shooting a regular free throw in a game like. But if you missed the front end of the free throw, of the 1-and-1, the whole team had to run a sprint. Come back, we shoot again. Come back, we shoot again. And on until all 12 players, how many players you got, you had to make a 1-and-1. You make it, we stay right there. You make a second, we stay right there. On and on. We did all kind of high-pressure free throw drills at the end of practice when they were a little bit tired. But it helped us to set goals. And, then they started putting pressure on each other. And another one we had to make 18, 15 free throws in a row. Everybody shot one free throw. Everybody had to shoot one free throw.
Wow.
You had to make 15 in a row. So now all of a sudden they're jockeying for position because the bad free throw shooters, they're trying to hide them because they know who can't make a free throw.
Yeah.
They're trying to run it. But, it's fun, though. But again, getting back to the goals and objectives, I think you should have short-term objectives and goals as well as long-term. What do I want to accomplish at the end of this basketball season? There's a team that we want to shoot over 50%. We want to shoot over 80% free throws. Writing all this stuff down at the beginning of the year, so then when you look back in the year, well, we didn't achieve this, or we did achieve that. I think it really adds to the program.
Oh yeah, yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah, no, and it does, and it makes you remember as well. And then later on, if you do achieve those goals and become a coach or become a good player, especially if you become a coach, and you can look back and you can show the younger players, hey, this is what I was doing when I was, at that stage, and this is what I accomplished. If I could do it, you can do it. And that kind of stuff inspires players to push it to the next level.
Oh yeah, I do a lot of passing drills, and you've got to catch the ball with two hands. You got to pass it with two hands. You got to call the man's name out. You've got to show your hands. If you don't show your hands, we don't throw it to you. I'm trying to make you understand, your hands is a target. It's hard enough to make passes as it is, but you got to give the man pass you a target. Here's where I want the ball. That's a shooter target. When it hits my hands, I'm ready to shoot. I don't want to have to bend down at my knees or pull my hands over my head for the pass.
Right.
That eliminates time. That's not good.
Yeah.
So good passes make good shooters.
Oh yeah. Agreed.
I really believe that.
Yeah.
But the goals, like I said, and here's the other thing: realistic goals. Be real. Some of this stuff it's impossible. You can't do it. Make goals. It's good to dream.
Yep.
It's good to say I can accomplish anything, but in real life, it ain't gonna happen. Realistic goals, and then you can adjust those goals as you go. But don't say we're gonna win 30 games this year.
Yeah.
Or we're going. It's just. I think that's counterproductive.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I totally agree, and that's why the good coaches know when you're out there and game plays on. They're not thinking tomorrow's game. They only worry about what's happening right now and what we got to do to be good now. And
exactly.
And I agree with that 150%. It's one of the things that even when I came in, I took over. Yeah, it was young kids, but the league that I came into where they wanted my coaching experience, these kids went from being number 30 out of a 32 32 team league. They were number 30, and just with my disciplinary action and keeping them focused on the little bitty things, we got rid of a few kids. Parents were even telling me, if you want to spank my kid, go for it. Like they had that much faith in me. Of course, I didn't do anything like that. But we ended up taking those guys to number 1 3 years straight.
Wow.
Because by the time they got ready to get out of high school, all these kids now are playing in Australia on better teams, and they're better players because of it. And we had to lay that discipline down. We had to make them understand that it wasn't about fun and games. It's about doing fundamentals every day, even if it was boring.
Yep. I totally, you're right. But, another thing about the goals, I think maybe every 2 months, just go back and revisit your goals and objectives, see how am I doing? If you think am I accomplishing, then you can make your adjustments. Am I accomplishing what I said I was going to do at the beginning of the year or at the beginning of the week? Specific goals. Be specific. I can't say specific. You got to be specific.
There you go.
I think that helps. That way you don't say, well, I meant this, but when I actually meant that. I think that's important. If the goal, again, I think every month or two, you need to go back as a team or as an individual.
Yeah.
You can have individual goals and you can have team goals. But go back, revisit those goals and objectives. Am I accomplishing them? Do I need to make some adjustments? Do I need to do something else? And, do that publicly.
Yeah.
And within the team, where everybody knows what we're doing, because that's the whole secret. I think everybody's got to be in tune to what you're doing.
Oh, yeah. Agreed. Hey, man, this is the kind of stuff that we really believe that these, young players should be taking in. And, we're definitely going to be able to have more information and speak on this on a wider variety. I know down the track you've even got great info you'd like to be passing on to coaches. That's one of the things we're going to be trying to work with you as well, putting together a coaching camp, not just online, but hopefully
clinic.
Yeah, a clinic.
Yeah.
And we'll do one-on-one in real life, So I looking forward to doing these kind of things, man. And before we get out of here, we heard. I remember you telling me today you got a real good one for us, a Home Alone story. So
I'm laughing. I'm laughing before I ever get into the story because to me and the timing, it's hilarious.
Hey, this is what we pay you the big bucks. We want these good stories, Rick.
And my check's in the mail, I'm sure.
That's it. Keep looking.
My stimulus check.
Yeah, it'll get there.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, I think it was my last year at junior college. We go down to play Oglethorpe University. It's in Atlanta. So we're about 4 hours from Atlanta. And I scheduled it on a Wednesday night, which wasn't smart because we go into Atlanta on a Wednesday night. Now, I'm a big fanatic on kids being in class, not missing class for any reason.
Yeah.
Late, you get back late from a game, too bad. Get your butt up and go to class. Go back to your room and sleep out the class. But don't miss class. Don't use no excuses. So I told us, and after the game, guys, we're going to stop at, it's a Burger King. It's in Carterville, Georgia, I believe. And we're going to grab something to go. Now, I'm driving the bus now. I had a CDL, commercial driver's license, so I'm driving the bus. Junior college, you have to do it all. I got an 18 passenger bus van, and I got a kid named Kevin. His name was Kevin. A little nerd, loved basketball. He's like 5'2", little frail guy. He was just so happy to be a part of this basketball program. So I would let him. He's a video guy. So I taught him how to video games because I had to video the games and then take them back home when we got back and do the stats from the games because I had to turn in stats once a week. So anyway, we go play and we have a good game. We win and we could stop at that Burger King. And I said, guys, listen, again, I'm telling you, go in there and get your food to go. I already called ahead. Get your food to go. Get on the bus and we're going. We're going to book out of here. Now, it's 1996. The Olympics is in Atlanta. So we're leaving Atlanta, and we get up to Cartersville. We go into the Burger King. We go into Burger King, and get our food and come back out. And it's cold. It's cold. That part of Georgia is cold, especially in January.
Yeah,
and it's pretty cold. So we get back out, and one of the few times I didn't do a head count. So I got a big 6'9" Bahamian kid from Nassau who turned out to be an all-region player, played at the University of Alabama, Birmingham, great player. But anyway, he's just got to the United States, and that was his first year, his freshman year. So now Kevin, the guy I was telling you about, we get back out to the bus, and I start the bus up, and we get right out to the interstate. And they're doing construction. Now, it gets to a certain point where you can't turn around. So I get up the interstate, just far enough to where I get on the interstate, and I hear this voice coming out of the back of the bus. It says, Coach, we left the cameraman. Kevin, the cameraman. And I go, holy Christ, you got to be kidding. And so all the kids are cracking up now. They're just going bananas. And now they're doing construction, so I got to go about 6 miles to turn around to come back to this exit to get Kevin.
So my God.
6 miles to the next exit, turn around, come all the way back to the exit. As we're coming off the interstate, I hear one of the players said, "Coach, there's Kevin. There's Kevin." Kevin had come out of the bathroom and saw the bus leaving and took out running after the bus.
Oh, my God.
And so he's out there in the median on Interstate, I think it was Interstate 10. No, Interstate 75. Interstate 75 in Georgia. And I see this body, this little small body over there, and it's Kevin. And he's out there in the median, out there between the interstate lanes. And I said, "Holy crap, you got to be kidding." So I stopped the van, and Kevin's he's breathing really hard. His glasses have gotten all fogged up. And I said, "Kevin, what are you doing, man?" He said, "Coach, I saw the bus leaving." And he said, "I didn't know what to do." I said, "I'm going to tell you what, if you'd have caught this bus going up that interstate, we would have left you down here in Atlanta to run in the Olympics in 3 months." Because the Olympics that following summer, and it was unbelievable. The scene was unbelievable. The kids, of course, were going crazy. Kevin and the kid from the Bahamas says, "Coach, we left the cameraman. We left."
Oh, my God.
He gone to the bathroom, and I went off and left him. But that was
Home Alone 4.
Yeah, exactly. I'd love it. After all these years, it's been 20-some years now, I would love to see Kevin, to see how much he's an adult now, but I'd love to go to that town and just ask him if they knew whatever happened to him. But he's probably working for CBS or NBC or something, running a camera or something now.
Let's hope he has an assistant by now.
Yeah. I bet he don't go. I bet he don't go to the bathroom.
No, he drives the bus now.
Yeah. Yeah. The bus driving to MARTA in Atlanta.
There you go. Oh, man. Hey, Rick, like usual, it's always good, man. And we're looking forward, to doing this. Like I said, we want to keep this going as long as we can. So I want to thank you for today's lesson. And, we're going to pass this on, to everyone that's listening to our podcast. We hope we're getting a few people to look at this listening and going, "Wow, these guys are actually talking about something interesting." So
yeah.
Let's hope it keeps going like that. But once again, hey, good hearing from you, man. We appreciate you being there. And
absolutely. I posted this on Facebook today. I don't know if your Facebook friends or not, CJ. If we're not, we will be tonight. Be sure you tune in to ABA 101
Club. That's us.
I put that on my Facebook tonight. So hopefully a few people here in the States are going to listen. The big kid from the Philippines told me he was going to definitely listen.
Yeah, you got to be in the club. That's it, man.
Yes.
That's it. All right, man. Well, Rick, once again, like we said, thanks, man. We'll be back in touch. Do this again next week. And, have a good day. Be safe down there. And everyone listen to this. Be safe. Stay at home if you can. And when you're at home, make sure you're listening to ABA 101. Take care, Rick.
Thank you so much, CJ. Have a great day.
All right. You too, man. Ciao.
Yeah.
The American Basketball Association is the largest pro league in the world. Some great opportunities for team ownership are available, and the cost may surprise you. If you've ever thought about team ownership in a pro league, give us the opportunity to help make it a reality. Reach out to us for more info. For US A-Teams at www.abaliveaction.com. In Australia, go to www.abaleagueaustralia.com.
Like what you hear on the show? Got a project, new business, or event you want to get the word out for? Then become an ABA 101 sponsor. We have some really cool packages and we can fit any budget. The ABA has a huge fan base with reach in many local and international communities. For more information, just go to our website, www.ada101.club.
Hey guys, and coming up now, we're going to talk to an old friend. Our next guest, he's a really cool guy. You're gonna love everything this guy has to say. He's like me. He can go on forever, which is great. He's a former boxer. He has a TV show in the works. He started a great charity called No Teen Riders, which we're kind of working with him, and he's bringing the ABA in as part of it. And he started another one called Read 360 program, where he had some NBA players helping him out, and the focus there was getting kids interested in reading. And man, with all of that happening, this guy still manages to end up getting inducted into the Boxing Hall of Fame. Wow, what a life. Guys, I want to introduce to you a good friend, Alan Santana. Al, welcome to the show, brother.
Hey, thanks for having me on, man. I appreciate it.
All good, all good. I'm looking forward to this. We've been chatting with each other for a long time, and working out on a few projects together. So it's good to have you on here. I guess we dive into, what do you have going on now? Now, I want to ask first, what was it like getting inducted into the Hall of Fame? I know I kept hitting you up on Facebook on that, but it was great.
Right. It was surreal. It was, in a million years, honestly, I never dreamed that I would ever be inducted into the Boxing Hall of Fame, the National Boxing Hall of Fame. I had an extensive amateur career. I fought professionally, and that my career was cut short because of an automobile accident, or an accident with a truck, I should say, that one of my company trucks. And, went into depression for quite a few years because I didn't get to, I honestly know in my heart of hearts that I would have been a world champion, or at least a top contender. And even my promoter and everybody else said the same thing. So, that was taken away. And, that was tough. Yeah. But, after a few, 4 or 5 years in kind of in recluse, I came out because of a phone call I received. I joined the board of directors on the World Boxing Hall of Fame, and I was on the executive board, and then we had a blast while I was there during that time, those years.
Awesome.
That led into me getting involved even deeper into the sport, that I love, where I become an international boxing judge. I became a supervisor for one of the sanctioning bodies. I became the North American president for the World Boxing Federation of North America, and that was a blast. Currently I'm with the American Boxing Organization, which is located out of Chicago, and I love what they're doing. So again, my hat's pretty full, man. My table's full, my plate's full, as they say. Yeah. But, I'm doing what I can to move things forward,
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that, man. That's good, man. Good to see. I know how you are when you get focused, and you start trying to make things happen. But first, I got to ask you, man, because I know everyone's going to say, well, you're talking boxing, but what does this have to do with the ABA? Man, do you have any ABA memories back in the day watching the game?
You know what? I was a kid when the ABA was run back in the game. Back in the day, I should say. I was in 1976. I was probably 15 years old. In the 1960s, 7, when the ABA came out, I was right around, maybe 6 years old. Yeah. But I can remember watching games with my father. And I had grown to love basketball. The only problem with me, I tried to play basketball as a little kid, but imagine one of the littlest kids running around the court. I couldn't even shoot the ball. I'll throw it, get there high enough to get it into going to the basket. So it was a joke, So even though I loved the sport, I couldn't play basketball. And then as I got older, shooting the basket became really easy for me. And I actually got pretty good at shooting the basketball. So it's, eye-hand coordination, which is the same thing when you're a boxer, So I can relate to that.
Oh yeah. That's like me. I was young. I was watching the game with my dad, and it's pretty cool because I grew up watching more ABA for a while than I was NBA, which was really cool. Right. But hey, I love the game. I love the game. But hey, man, next, want to talk about the Read 360 program that you started. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, that just came about. I've actually started acting in the last 2 years, believe it or not. I done my third movie just recently, and that was supposed to premiere in March. Actually,
Wow.
because of the coronavirus, everything's on hold right now in Hollywood. No
Yeah.
premieres, anything like that. So about a year and a half ago, I was in a movie called Mundo, which is it happened to it was a life story of Raymond Mendoza, who was one of the main guys in the Mexican mafia. And
Wow.
it's a true story. So I actually I had a brief role in there where I played um, what do you want to call it? Like a counselor in
Yeah.
prison.
Yeah.
So I had a scene in the prison where I'm talking to Raymond Mendoza in this scene, and I come in for have some words with him, and then I walk out. That's my scene in the movie. Well, I went to the premiere of that, and while I was at the premiere, the Reach 60 people approached me. They said, "Hey, we would really like you to think about becoming an ambassador for our book, and even having your own book." So I looked at that. I went home that weekend and took a look at it, and on Monday morning I sent out a message saying, I'm very interested in this. So
Yeah.
they got back to me and said, "What topics would you like to discuss?" So I said, "You know what, being an ex-boxer, I'd like to talk about bullying, talk about education, drugs, and gangs." So,
Yeah.
those were very important topics.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, coming to find out that I'm the only boxer. I think Evander Holyfield might be the second one. So I'm the second professional boxer that's actually involved with the Reach 60 program, and everybody else is NBA basketball players, which is really cool.
Wow. 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 That's awesome, man. And the other charity that you're involved with, which it was very, very cool how the synergy of the world out there comes into play. I actually got invited to take a look at this platform and end up finding out that it was your platform and the No Team Writers. And I really believe in what you're trying to do there. And I really felt honored that I got to be, an honorary member on the board there, which was really cool, man.
Yes.
I mean, it's funny how we both drifted into the same field from people we don't even know, and I'm still impressed with that. I wanted you to tell a little bit about the program and why you started it and why it's so important. And, we're actually, we were talking last year about trying to find a way to, bring the ABA in on this and, raise awareness for young drivers at the games, So I'm looking forward to us working with some. But why don't you tell people a little bit about the program, why you started it, and, the direction?
Sure. And thank you for that. I founded No Teen Writers about 3 years ago, maybe almost 4 years ago now. It's a long process to even get a nonprofit together. So we had to go through all the hoops and jump through all the hoops and all the paperwork and everything. And fortunately, I knew somebody, they fast tracked it for me once they saw what I was doing. And so we launched that. And again, it's something that's very near and dear to my heart. The reason I saw a need for this is because and I'm going to say this, it's sad, but every day in this country, kids will die being inside of a car that's being driven by a teenage driver that has a provisional driver's license. My second cousin, Sean Chapa, lived in Kentucky. He was 16 years old, and going back a few years, he was driving a car early one Sunday morning, I should say, Saturday night into Sunday morning, and he had two of his high school friends with him in the car. They were all 16. Sean lost control of the car, had a tragic accident, and all three of these young teenagers perished. And that was one of the worst phone calls that I had to make to his mom, my cousin. It was terrible.
Wow.
That destroyed her.
Wow.
After that, there was a couple of tragic accidents here in Orange County, California, where I live. One of the high schools down in Orange County where 5 kids perished in a traffic accident. And I went out to dinner one night with our friends. Their daughter had gotten pulled over. Now, mind you, this is all in the back of my mind, and I'm working on this thing. I'm thinking about it. Well, my friend's daughter had gotten pulled over, and we're 4 of us out at dinner, and they were just irate as parents. They told us, "Hey, we told you not to